So we're live, buddy.
Yes, sir.
How you feeling, man? Talk to me.
I'm tired, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm tired, but
you look a little sleepy.
getting there. Yeah, dude, I definitely am. Been
Well,
having trouble sleeping, but it's
well,
all right.
today won't be too long.
Yeah.
I myself have been having trouble sleep as well. We got a new pillow, so last night was a little bit better, but I'm out of my little gummies that I take, or I'm about to be out, I should say. So I'm trying to like save them until I really need them.
Yeah, man, I need to get some more.
Sequel melatonin gummies. They're the shit. If y'all can't
They
sleep, look that
they
up.
re- they really are,
Yeah.
and they're
So
not addictive, so
no, that's what he says, but no.
they're not.
So let's get into this. So the fact that there hasn't been any like UFC events lately makes this episode go a little bit differently. So because of that, we're just gonna have some kind of random stuff that we're talking about, but we're gonna briefly talk about some UFC events coming up. And I think this next event, um, kind of has John a little scared.
It really does, man. Um, yeah, this shit's terrifying.
Want to elaborate?
Yeah, so Max Holloway is actually going to be fighting, and he is my favorite fighter. And oh man, like as much as I love watching him fight, like it's so scary because at this stage of his career, he's fighting the top dudes, man. Like it's he's fighting beasts, like everyone that he's gonna fight for the next at least he could lose the next four
Three.
fights and it'll
Yeah.
3-4 fights and it'll still be top ranked opponents. So it's I think it's gonna be scary every time, and it doesn't help when your opponent is Calvin Cater. It
He's a
really does
beast,
not.
man. He's a
Which
beast.
I mean, as a fan though, that is such a terrific fight to look forward to. Like that is exciting, and for that to be the first fight card of the year, oh
It's gonna be
my
big.
gosh,
And,
2021's already looking promising.
and then they're gonna have it on ABC as well, so which means
Yeah,
there's gonna
so
be a lot of people, because ESPN Plus they already have a lot of viewers, and then ABC on top of that. I mean,
yeah, so everyone's gonna fall for Bless.
a lot of pressure here, man.
Hey guys, he's a great guy, and he fucking throws. I love that shit.
He does, man. It's gonna be a really. I think it's gonna be a real technical fight. I think
Y'all need to watch it for sure.
yeah,
Like
definitely.
it's gonna be a fun fight.
So like other fights on that card, um, it's not really a flashy card. I mean, there's a few fighters on there that are gonna be entertaining to watch. Justin Tava's fighting that night. I think he's pretty cool. Other than that, I really don't know too much about any of the other fighters.
Yeah, man. Any card that Holloway's on, I tend to ignore every other fighter, and I'm just worried about
Sweat,
that fight. Yeah,
start
man.
sweating, get all nervous.
Yeah. So I mean, this entire time that they've announced this fight, oh man, I've been shitting bricks because I really I really want him to get back into title contention, even though he's still there, right? Because I mean,
Yeah,
the way that second
definitely.
one went, people could argue that he deserves a third.
Yeah, I do. So I'm a big time Cater fan. I like him, but I really want Max to get another crack at Volkanovski because I do think he won that last fight for sure.
I mean,
Definitely.
I think one thing I do want to see Max use, I want to see him go up in weight because I feel like here at featherweight, like I feel like he doesn't have that much power, and I feel like if he really
I think so.
I feel like
I've always wondered.
if he put on weight and like he trained for 155, he'd look good. Like
Yeah, I bet.
I mean, look at what he did to Dustin Poirier
Yeah.
on how many days notice, weeks notice, whatever it
I don't
was.
even.
It was short notice, and the dude, he adjusted pretty well. Yeah, he got beat up, but honestly, it was still a good fight
I forgot
against
about
the
that
dude
fight,
who's
man.
been at 155 for quite some time now.
4 years now, something like that.
Yeah, so
Um. So another fight that was coming up and got canceled, unfortunately. The Leon Edwards and
got canceled
Hamza fight
again.
got canceled again.
Yeah,
It's like the year of like cursed fights that were just kind of kept coming up and not happening.
yeah.
So hopefully 2021 will be a little different. As we've said before, I'm on the Hamzat.
I Hype train.
hype train, and I believe John is too. So,
Yeah, man, it's hard not to be, right?
and then Edwards, I mean, he's with his record and everything, it'd be a great test, but unfortunately,
Well, yeah, supposedly, so they're already like trying to reschedule that fight.
mhm.
So I know who took over. Was it Chiesa, Michael Chiesa, and Neil
And
Magny?
Neo Magny,
Yeah,
yeah.
so they're headlining that event, and supposedly Edwards offered to fight both of them, but the UFC
Oh
was like,
wow,
nope, yeah, you're gonna fight Shamaev. So
they're
they really want him to take that fight. I
trying to
mean,
push him on
after
out.
well, I was about to say after everything that went down, I'm assuming they're sticking to that one.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And then on that card as well, um, the co-main event is Vivienne Araujo versus Roxanne Modafur. I don't even know how to say it. Modaferi.
Yeah, that sounds pretty close, right?
Yeah,
She's the anime
she's the
nerd,
weebo.
right?
She's the weeb.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
weeb.
Which I mean,
Hey, she's a weeb, but she'll kick our ass.
yeah, yeah. So she fights that night. Jimmy Rivera. Who else?
Jimmy Rivera is always fun.
Yeah, Jimmy Rivera's. He's fighting Pedro Munoz, so that's gonna be a good
Oh,
fight.
slugfest,
Yeah.
nice.
Francisco Figueroa versus Jerome Rivera. That's um is that Figgy's brother? No, Figgy's brother's in what's Figgy's brother in? I think that's Figgy's brother, bro. They're both from Brazil, both 135.
I have no idea.
I know he had a brother, but I'm not sure. Probably should look that up. But so that's another card that's not gonna be too crazy, but I'm sure it's gonna be a good card.
I
Which
mean,
that
I think what's so exciting about these cards is
yeah,
that's all in the span of a week,
yeah,
right?
yeah. That's another thing. So
So
the 16th is the Holloway fight, which is a Saturday. A Wednesday, January 20th, that's the Chiesa Magni fight, which that's going to be a good fight. And then the 23rd, which a few days later, well, a week after the Cater and Holloway fight, we have a big one, a one that I think it's going to be
part two.
part two, fun to
Yeah.
watch, Poirier versus McGregor. With so like here's the thing with Connor, like you you just can't count him out ever. Like no matter how long he's been out, like no matter what shenanigans he's had, like going, like you just can't count
You
him out.
can't, man.
And with
I
as good
mean,
as Poirier's been looking, it's just like you're like, okay, come on, like Dustin Poirier's been looking great, and then it's like, oh, it's Connor.
and dude, exactly like you said it best. Like you cannot count out Connor as much as you want to. I mean, because even I'll say it right. Like that argument with Dustin is like, well, he was at 145, now he's at 155. But it's like we've seen Connor do it at 45, 55, and 70.
And 70. That's the biggest thing.
You know, so it's tough. I mean, do I think it'll be a better fight? I do. I mean, Dustin has looked good against, I mean, almost every opponent other than Khabib, which same can be said about Connor, right?
Yeah.
Which says a lot about Khabib. So I do think it'll be a better fight. Who do I think will win?
Yeah.
I have no fucking idea. I mean, I'm thinking McGregor again, but I definitely think Dustin has a better shot this time around.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I feel the exact same way. And then some other notable fighters on that card. Let's see.
Well,
we have
the co-main, Dan Hooker and Michael Chandler.
Which that was just announced yesterday.
I don't even know.
I think
it was recent, fairly recent. Yeah,
that's going to be awesome. And John said it earlier in our little pregame meeting.
Yeah, we have pregame meetings, guys. Sorry.
Yeah, Michael Chandler is a lot smaller and looks a lot smaller than Dan Hooker. So that's going to be, I think it's an interesting matchup.
Well, yeah, and I know Chandler even talked about it. Like, you know, he's gonna try to stick to wrestling, which I mean is smart, especially since Dan Hooker's huge. He's so big for that division. Like, I mean, I could see that dude like, you know, putting on some weight, yeah, and like looking. I mean, look at Michael Chiesa. He did the exact same thing. He was 155, and now at 170, that dude looks huge.
He looks really
so
big.
Weird, yeah, man.
Really
like
big.
like now I can't even imagine him at 155. It's strange,
Yeah, the
but
same with like Dustin Poirier. Can you think of him going back down to 145? Like
yeah.
weird. So
But yeah, that's going to be an interesting fight. I think if Chandler can keep him down, I mean, that's
it'll be good.
there you go, right? But that's not to say that Dan Hooker isn't good on the ground. We'll see. We'll see what happens. This very interesting fight.
Very entertaining week. Other fighters on the card. Jessica Eye versus Joanne Calderwood. Not bad. Khalil Roundtree versus Marcin Prachinio.
Prochinio, yeah.
Um, your newfound favorite fighter, Amanda Hebas versus Marina Rodriguez.
She's yours too.
No. Oh, so another fighter that I like, which I brought up recently, Otman Azatar. I think he fights 135. Is fighting that night. That's another one to watch. Little firecracker.
Oh, and then Dawoodu also, right? Oh, and Shane Burgos.
That's gonna
Damn,
be
that's a
gonna
good
be
fight
a
right
good
there.
one, man. I like both of them. And then yeah, man, it's gonna be a really, really good night, man. I'm very much looking forward to spending lots of money on these pay-per-views, especially since
I think what's gonna
up the
be
price.
Man, it's just so insane that like how many this is like the first non-title pay-per-view in a while, and was it since Connor and Cowboy?
It might have been, man.
All right,
I can't.
that's insane that Connor pulls these numbers. I mean, I'm sure this is gonna
It's
do
Connor,
well.
bro. It's Connor. This is the thing. Like, love him or hate him, bro. Like, it's Connor. Like, that's all I can say.
I feel like he hasn't even been talking much. Like he doesn't need to anymore. At this point, he does not need to say anything. And I know.
Cowboy.
Did you see that they raised the price for pay-per-view?
Yeah, that's what I was saying right now. They up the bucks, and what did he say? He said that's a lot of cheese, Mr. Mouse.
Yeah, that dude's.
He's gonna bring him in, definitely.
Yeah, he is.
The Smash Bros will be watching. That's for sure.
Oh yeah.
Which I don't even know. I don't even know what I'm working, man. I need to double check right now. So that's the 16th, the 20th, and the 23rd.
Yes, sir.
Off the 16th, working days the 20th, off the 23rd.
There you go. Not bad.
Beautiful. Oh man, that's great. Oh man. So not much to say about UFC. This
and all this is going down in Fight Island, right?
Yeah, all of it, bro.
Dude, Fight Island's amazing. I love that. They did Fight Island.
I think that the way you said it a while back, the way that the UFC handled and tackled coronavirus, amazing. Like,
all the shit they took, and yet they didn't care. They did not care. They went their route. They did it safely. I mean, of course, things were going to happen, right? People were going to get sick. I mean, but I mean, they're definitely doing it right. So,
definitely,
kudos to them, and they're making good money.
Otman Azatar is 13-0, by the way. Let me just throw that out there.
All right, I get it. You like them.
Yeah. So with that being said, something I wanted to move to before we get into our next segment of the podcast. Our name.
Have we not discussed this?
We haven't, bro. We haven't discussed this on.
Oh shit, my bad.
In the podcast. So, our name, Smash Bros Podcast. I'm gonna let you lead it here.
Me. All right. Well, I mean, if any of you watch MMA, you know the Russians, they have a little bit of an accent when they're speaking English, and well, whenever they smash their opponents, well, they say smash. All right, so I'll smash you, brother. That's one thing. And then Mike and I are nerds, and we enjoy playing video games. And well, my take on it was Smash Bros. So I was like, hey, like Super Smash Bros, but instead Smash Bros. So yeah, that's where the name comes from. Like I said, we're pretty nerdy guys.
Yeah, definitely. We are huge nerds, which kind of brings us to the next portion of our podcast.
Yes, sir.
Being that there wasn't too much MMA to cover, we just wanted to take this time to tell you a little bit more about ourselves and kind of just basically have a little conversation that you can come hang out with and just kick it with us. Really, man. There's not too much to talk about, so
Yeah, hopefully you can relate to some of the things and some of our interests, right?
yeah, definitely. So do you want to pick the first topic?
Yeah, actually, so I kind of want to stay, this route. Sports. Did
Okay.
you ever play any sports? I mean, I know
Um,
you did, but
I
go
I,
ahead.
I
Go ahead.
did briefly. So growing up, played a lot of baseball. Started playing baseball at a young age, t-ball. Just then I got out of baseball in high school and played football, and ultimately where I ended up because I'm a little vertically challenged and I'm not very big and
That's a
any
good
of
way to
that.
put it.
Yeah, I ended up playing tennis, which played tennis under one of the best coaches in South Texas. Actually, best tennis coaches ever.
Yeah, I
Coach
agree.
Coach Juan Hernandez out of La Feria, Texas. Shout
Yeah,
out to
he's the goat.
shout out to Coach Juan, and that's actually where I met this asshole, through tennis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, growing up, I mean,
You?
honestly, I was always active. I was always outside playing around, but I never like played sports. I never did like the t-ball, the baseball. Kind of wish I did, but just didn't. Middle school, I remember tried football. I'll be honest. I mean, also I was short as hell, so I was
You
really
were
short
you were
in
tiny back then.
yeah, I was really short in middle school, so I sucked ass at football. But I mean, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. And then when I got into high school, I also joined the tennis team. Um, y'all better not talk shit about that. Tennis was cool.
Yeah, at least
Nah,
at
it was
at
fun. It
least at
was
our
fun.
school.
Honestly, tennis is such a mental sport. Like, oh, it's so easy to. I was such a hothead. Like,
Don't knock it till you try it, bro.
I'd hit myself in the head with a racket, and but yeah. So that's what I did, and then when I got into college, I picked up volleyball,
How,
and
how, how'd you get into that?
how did I get into that? Like, I had a bunch of friends who were like begging me to play, and I was just like, I don't really want to, and I just knew, like, I was scared, like I knew I was gonna suck, um, and I did. Right, I started with beach volleyball, and then from there, I don't know what happened. I ended up like falling in love with it, and then I transitioned over to indoor, and the rest is history. Like, I love that sport. Like, it's so fun. There's something about volleyball that's just it's so exciting, and it's definitely messed me up. I've torn my ACL. I have torn my meniscus, and
And which
I broke I broke my pinky
they're
recently.
currently still torn, by the way,
Yeah,
because you
yeah, they are.
probably didn't get surgery.
Yes, I am. But I did get surgery on my pinky, so I mean, I kind of had to because it was bent the other
It
way.
was like crooked
Yeah, it definitely
in that
was.
way. Which you like traveled like for volleyball tournaments as well, right?
Yeah. So, been all over Texas. Like, we've gone to different tournaments, so it's really fun. And then I've even like coached some spring and summer leagues. Again, I don't know what happened. Like, I just fell in love with that sport. So, like, honestly, if you ever want to talk about volleyball, I would love to talk about volleyball with you guys. It's so fun for me, and unfortunately, I haven't played just because of the pandemic. But I can't wait to start playing again. And then me and my girlfriend, we both play together, so that's also,
They're
it
both
helps, right? Like, it's like,
fucking giants as well.
no. I definitely kick her ass in volleyball, so I'm way better than her.
But I'm saying like you guys are giants, so you guys.
Oh no, dude, she's short.
I should never mind.
Yeah, she's like she of course she's taller than you. Like,
I'm
who isn't,
short.
right?
I'm
Yeah,
short. That's
exactly.
what I'm getting
Giants, you.
to.
Okay. Yeah, I
Fucking
get you.
asshole.
Uh, but yeah, so
Yeah. So
and then I know one thing that Mike and I have talked about. We would love to get into jiu-jitsu. That's something that we both would like to do.
definitely.
Now, I'm scared because of my knees fucked up. So I think if I roll, like, I'm definitely just
Fucking
messing up. Yeah.
it's gonna fall off like a Lego, just like
Yeah. Someone's gonna like just mount me and is gonna wrap around them just in the wrong way.
yeah, definitely. Which we that's another thing that we talked about. Like it would be probably be really beneficial for the podcast as well. Like if we started doing that. And another reason that we're scared is pandemic and everything, which unfortunately nobody around us has gotten really sick. I know some people have gotten it.
Yeah.
And thank goodness that everything's okay. But I think that in the future, that's definitely something that I'm going to be doing. I don't know if it's just going to be like jujitsu, but I was looking in because there's a gym like down the street. It's like a they do all kinds of shit, but I was thinking about maybe like a Muay Thai class.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, any of those arts would be fucking cool, right? Like,
Definitely, man. Definitely. Yeah. Any amateur BJJ artists out there, give us a call. We'll talk. We'll talk BJJ for newbies. You can school us.
yeah, most definitely.
Definitely, definitely. So sports. What other sports? Do I play any sports?
Yeah, so are you currently playing any sports? Like, after high school, did you stick to anything?
So after high school, I went and did something that I never thought I would do. Is I got into lifting weights, and sorry, ugh. I for a while I was like really really into lifting weights. Like I was getting pretty strong. I started doing I like that like led into like powerlifting. So I did a few like powerlifting meets and then kind of fucked around with some strongman stuff, did strongman, couple strongman meets. And that was really
Nice.
fun. That was something that I was really good at. I wasn't strong. I was definitely getting there. But I just kind of didn't really have the time to keep up with it. And now I'm very fat again. So I'm trying to get the ball rolling again to get back into lifting weights. And recently you started playing tennis again. So
Nice.
trying to get there, trying to get my head back where I can get fit again because I know I can do it.
Yeah, I'd still definitely kick your ass in tennis though, but that's a whole
It's
nother.
it's only because he's taller than me. He can move better. That's it.
I mean, it sounds like an excuse to
I'm
me.
gonna I'm gonna peg him in the knee next time I see him. So
Oh, okay,
we'll be
buddy.
done. We'll be done.
Okay, buddy.
Yeah. So I mean, other than that, like not
That's about
really.
it for now. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, it doesn't help that with the pandemic, right?
Yeah.
But
And now, thankfully, I have other skills. My keyboard right there. We're both recording on our gaming PCs, by the way, because we're big time nerds and we're into gaming now. Um, and I definitely game more than I do anything nowadays, which is also another reason I'm very fat.
yeah, man, I mean, I think because of the pandemic, I definitely also game more than anything. Before that, I would constantly play volleyball every single night. But yeah,
Yeah,
this entire time just been gaming. And honestly, if any of you are gamers out there, invest in a PC. And trust me, I was all console up until like really this year. Um, yeah, PC's totally worth it.
yeah.
So
So like I have a PC. John has a PC. Um, After I was on PC for a little while, I told my wife Aubrey, I was like, okay, like we're not gonna be buying a console ever again. I'm buying you a PC. So now behind me, which you kind of can't see, we have her PC. We went and bought her a PC too. Like, and recently somebody else got a PC.
yeah, so I recently bought my girlfriend a PC for Christmas. So she's not as much of a nerd as me, but she's
But
getting there.
but it doubles. Look at all the things you can do. Like,
Well, and that's another thing, right? Exactly right. Like
mhm.
like a big reason I got it for her. She's in her master's, so her old laptop was it was starting to, yeah,
It's on its last
um,
legs.
it really was, and she can already see a difference with
That's
this one.
awesome.
So yeah,
Good, good. You're a wonderful boyfriend.
yeah, sometimes.
Sometimes I
Yeah,
can
yeah.
attest to that. So yeah, like I said, my PC is it doubles as like we record and I edit like everything on here, which there's not much editing to do, but I have like the Adobe Creative Cloud and I'm trying to like get into more stuff. But my PC can do all that. So listen to John, invest
And
in a
could
PC.
and could your console do that? I don't think so. And this is coming from a guy who, I'll be honest, I'm gonna end up buying those consoles because so one of my hobbies is I love collecting things. I love collecting things. I love collecting consoles, and I still love them. But when it comes to gaming, I mean, PC's kind of superior right now. So, but yes, I still do love consoles. I plan on buying both at some point, but we'll see.
So with that being said, do you own a Nintendo Switch?
Yes, sir. Of
I
course I do.
think I think the Nintendo Switch is probably my favorite console ever. Ever.
What?
Dude, yes. So I started out on my first ever console that I remember playing was the Sega Genesis. I still remember the games that I was playing. This was like 95. Like I was I'm talking like it was 2. I'm not gonna show you a height because you're gonna say I'm still the same height.
Yeah.
Anyway, but it was a Sega Genesis, and it was amazing, and had almost every console since then. And I think Nintendo Switch is my favorite.
Really? That's so strange.
You?
I've never thought about that. What's been my favorite console? But
So,
honestly, there's
well,
something about
now's the time.
the Super Nintendo though, or not Super Nintendo. I'm sorry, the Nintendo 64. There's something about the 64 that I just love, man. Like, and I think this also is gonna tie into like my favorite video game.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get into that after this.
So yeah, there's something about 64, man. I love that console. And then
So
after that, I mean, I love all consoles. That's why it's so hard. Like,
it's very hard, bro. It's
yeah, it
extremely hard.
is. I mean, I think it's strange to say the Switch though. I wasn't expecting that.
It's the versatility that does it for me. It's the fact that if you want to take it with you on the go, you can. If you want to set it down and play it right in front of you, you can. If you want to put it on your 80-inch TV, you can. Like it's
Yeah, but then it's see, we're about to get fucking nerdy with this shit.
yeah.
So I apologize, but
Here we
hey,
go.
this is shit we love. So hopefully you love it too. And if not,
Okay.
hopefully we can get you into it. But yeah, man, the Switch, like it's the gaming, like the
The
games for me.
games.
It's
The
the
game.
games.
I knew you were gonna
And
go that route.
okay, what games are you playing on that shit?
The really, to be honest with you, just the new gen Pokemon games.
Oh,
I
Michael.
played I played Astral Chain a lot, which was a Nintendo Switch only game, which is really fucking cool.
Exclusive.
Sorry, it's a Nintendo Switch exclusive.
There it is. There it is.
So I think that out of all of the franchises ever, Pokemon is my favorite. Like video games, TV shows,
So similar to me, like
collectibles.
you would say
Yeah,
that it's your favorite
yeah. So
favorite
which
game.
yeah.
Okay.
What
Okay.
so it's not my favorite game. That's the thing. Okay. So Pokemon as a whole,
You love the franchise.
I love the franchise. And so Nintendo in general like has a big place in my heart.
I
And
mean, I don't know, man. You said the Switch was the best console, so
that's a Nintendo.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Let's go.
Okay, so what's your favorite game?
Uh,
Why do you like
so
Nintendo 64 so much?
it's similar to you, right? It's the franchise.
Okay.
Legend of Zelda franchise. I fucking love that game. There's something about that game that's just are those games that are just amazing. I love like just diving in, like just sitting down and diving into a story and starting from scratch, having to work your way up and fight all these different bosses. I mean, I love that shit. So yeah, I mean, Ocarina of Time, that's
Is that your
it's a
all-time
classic.
favorite Zelda
Oh, dude,
game?
it's so hard. That's my all-time favorite gameplay. Like so
Ever?
playing, like sitting down and playing that game, yes, ever. It's just
Interesting.
I just love that game. Like it's just so fucking fun. And I've played it like 4 times, and so it's not too many, right? But I mean, I honestly don't play games. Like once I beat a game, I'm kind of like I won't go back to it.
And
And
that's why
that
you're
one, I
taking it
just
back.
yeah, like I love that game. It's just so fun.
What is it about the game that does it for you?
Like I said, like it's
It's
the
just
starting from scratch. Like
yeah,
you start with nothing, and especially in Ocarina, right? Like you're a child, like,
yeah.
and then from there, like you can like you grow up, or like you use like the sword to like travel through time, and then you get older, and then it's just so fucking cool. And there was like I felt like, and then with the 3D art of the 64, like it was game changing. It really
Yeah,
was.
that was like the first to turn 2D into 3D. So
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, honestly, it's just so fun. And then the story is amazing. I mean, I think almost every Zelda game story is amazing. So,
I really liked so you're gonna like get mad at me. Um I don't think that I've ever played a Zelda game start to finish ever. Ever.
and you say you're a fucking Nintendo fan.
Ever.
that's so disappointing to hear because I feel like you would love that
I,
shit.
I I feel like I would too, and I feel like this giant disconnection every time you bring up Zelda, and I'm just like, I need to just. I have a PC. I'm sure I can do it somehow. But yeah, man, that's something that I've been putting off telling you.
Well,
I hope you don't
on the
see me.
Switch, I'm pretty sure on the Switch they're gonna end up releasing those things.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
know there's been talks about them releasing them for the Switch. So, dude, if
I
it
will
comes
do that.
out, you better get it.
I would do that for you, not just for me, but for you.
You better get it because I'm
Yeah.
telling you, those games are fucking amazing.
You know what games that I loved on Nintendo 64?
Well, okay, well,
Okay.
yes, go for it, Because I was gonna say
Star
you
Fox,
needed to.
bro.
Oh, Star Fox is that was always
Star
really fun,
Fox is like,
dude.
oh,
Super Mario or Mario 64,
yeah, Super Mario
bro,
64.
amazing,
Yep.
amazing.
Yep. What else did I play?
Well, I mean, I want you to talk about your favorite because I talked about mine and you said
On
Pokemon wasn't
64
yours.
or
No, your favorite video game because that's my favorite video game.
favorite video game ever?
Yes, sir.
100% Skyrim. Easy.
What?
Skyrim. I played Skyrim.
Wow.
Uh, man. Elder Scrolls. I had it. I saw it one down. I saw it one time. It was like a ridiculous amount. It was like I played Skyrim for like 2 years straight.
Nice.
Like restarting. Like I played Skyrim for like 2 years straight, honestly. Um, and each time it was like a different experience for me because I did something different every time. But Skyrim, man, Elder Scrolls.
Okay, so why? Like, what is it about
Why?
that game?
So RPGs for one, like what you said, you're gonna start and you have nothing, and you learn all of these things. You essentially like build this character who you've taken all of these experiences and you've built this new whatever. So RPGs in general for me are a lot of fun. I played Fable a lot too, and Fable 2. Um, and I did the same thing. I went like different routes because Fable you could choose how you want to do things, which being good was incredibly hard. They made it so hard to stay like with your little halo and your butterflies all around you. That was intense. But definitely, bro, RPGs like were the shit for me. But Skyrim in particular, just the whole like the casting thing, and then like I don't know, man, just the Elder Scrolls realm for me, like that was a lot of fun.
So I've only played Skyrim once. So when I got
Like
my Xbox
briefly,
360,
or like
so when I bought my Xbox 360, it came with it for free, right? So I downloaded it and I was like, all right, let's try it out. I sat there for fucking 8 hours playing that game, and I really enjoyed it. It was fun, but I never played it again. Like
mm,
that was the last time that I played it. That had to have been in what, 2013, 2014?
uh yeah, no before.
No, I'm saying for me. So
Oh yeah,
when I did it, I remember I was in college, but I
yeah.
think I was like a freshman spring
I
semester.
think it was like 08, maybe
Well,
07.
because there's different, because like the Elder Scrolls is like a series, right?
Yeah, Elder
And
Scrolls
then like
5 is
Skyrim is like,
Skyrim.
okay. Yeah, I
Um,
mean I never played those games, but that one that Skyrim,
let
I
me see.
played it for like 8 hours and I enjoyed it. It was cool.
It was that okay? So the release date for Skyrim. Wait. Because there's different versions of it. Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim, November 11th, 2011. Yeah, so I played Skyrim for a long fucking time. Which their new game was supposed to come out sometime next year, but don't know. I'm looking forward to it though. Um, any other games you
Well, I mean,
spent a lot of time with?
I guess because those are like favorite video games. What are you currently playing? Like, what's
Okay, that's good. So currently I have a lot of fun. You're gonna like shake your head. I have a lot of fun playing Rogue Company. That's just like a very chill game for me because I'm addicted to Warzone, and Warzone, especially right now, out of all of the metas, this DMR, Diamati, Mac 10 meta is like
I mean, the DMR especially that gun's broken.
it's destroying the game for me. And so I get so stressed out. Like I get so stressed out. and then I play Rogue Company, and it's just like this nice little refreshing kind of shooter for me. I've always enjoyed shooters as well. Shooters, fighting games, RPGs. That's like my home, I guess. If I'm gonna play any game over the years, that's probably what it's been. Um, so Warzone right now, Rogue Company. Occasionally my wife likes to play Fortnite, so we'll play Fortnite, which Fortnite for me is like way, way, way down here for me. Like it used to be like,
Yeah, I think that was for everyone, right?
yeah,
And
Fortnite
any
was,
gamer, most gamers
yeah,
loved Fortnite at its
and
peak, but yeah.
now Fortnite is not so fun. And I think really, really that's it, man. I really don't have anything else in my library. Battle royales are really fun. I enjoy them. Apex, I mean, we've talked about it before. Apex was a lot of fun, but right now, Call of Duty's where it's at for me. Warzone is probably like my number one game. You?
Nice. Uh, so Warzone as well. But yeah, it's so hard because I know we brought up Fortnite. Like one thing that pisses me off about
Yeah.
Warzone is that like they don't fix shit right away, and like you have an entire community telling you, "Hey, this is fucking broken." Especially
Giant community.
like you said, especially right now that DMR. And again, we're sorry guys, this is getting fucking nerdy, but
Nah.
there's a gun in this game that just shreds. Like if you don't,
If your back
it,
is turned
and
to
they start, yeah, they're gonna wreck you.
three shots, three
Yeah,
shots, tut,
not
tut,
even
tut.
three, yeah, two, and then
And it's like a sniper, bro. Sometimes
yeah.
you don't even hear the
So
shot.
it's just yeah, that gun's broken, and there's a community, talking about it, and it sucks, right? Because then you have like streamers who have to use it because if they want to stay competitive, they
They
need
don't.
to have that gun
Yeah.
because everyone's gonna be rocking that.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's definitely annoying playing that game, but I mean, I still enjoy it, but hopefully they fix that stuff soon. And then, like you said, like battle royales are fun. Apex, I've also played that. I play that every so often. And then there's one called Phasmophobia. I love that game. That game's so
I-
fun.
I've never played it, but it sounds fun.
Yeah, so Phasmophobia, basically you're a ghost hunter. You walk through a home and you have to figure out what type of ghost you're dealing with, and the ghost can actually hear you. They can pick up your audio from your mic. So if you're with a group of friends, and let's say you're scared shitless, and the ghost can actually hear you say that you're scared, and they'll pick up on those different audio cues, and they'll do certain tasks, or they'll do certain things to mess with you, and they can even kill you. So honestly, it's such a weird game, but it's very fun. I honestly, I think I enjoy right now just playing games with friends, especially because the pandemic. It's a little tough, right? We can't see everyone like we did in the past, but hey, online gaming is where it's at, and it's easier to
Did you
hang out
uh
with your friends there.
did you play Among Us?
Yes, I've played a few times. I do like Among Us. It's so hard because you have to get like a group of friends to commit to playing. So, but yeah, it's a fun game.
I've
Great.
never ever played it, and I don't know, man. It seems like you said, you have to get a big group, and I really don't have a big group, I guess. So that's gonna be kind
Yeah.
of pointless. So
No, yeah, I did it once with an entire group of people I knew, because like I've played it like just me or like another friend against random people or with random people,
it's
and
not the
then one
same. It's
time I played it with an entire group, and that shit was fun, and it's fun because you know each other, you can talk to each other. It's just
talk shit. It's a good time.
yeah,
It seems
exactly.
like it.
It really is. Yeah, it is a good time. So if you can get a group, it's definitely fun.
So
But other than that, I can't really think of any other games.
so moving forward from what something that you said right now, pandemic, we don't get to connect with people, or we don't get to really do much of anything still, at least the responsible ones like you and I. um Kind of
Damn,
throwing a little shade there.
I was about to say
Yeah,
that
throwing a
sounded
little shade.
shady as hell.
Yeah, throwing a little shade. So if you're listening to this, and you think this whole thing's fake, or you don't want to wear your fucking mask, just do it. Like, please, seriously. But anyway, what else do you do in your spare time to
So one thing that I love, I love movies and TV shows. I fucking and like so I'm not picky. I will give everything a chance. I really will. So like I will give everything a chance. I'll nah, man. I mean, For the most part, I do. I will give it a chance. That's not to say that I won't like
No.
shit.
You
But
gotta think,
and what I mean is like I'll give any genre a chance. So whether it's a rom-com, an action film, superhero, sci-fi,
anime.
horror, anime, yeah, dude. Like I watch it all. So if you
Same
have
here.
any suggestions, send them my way. But
Send them John's way.
Yeah,
I have a longer list of shit to watch, but
yeah.
yeah. So moving off of that, let's start with something easy. TV shows. What are your favorite TV shows? What's your all-time favorite and what's your current?
Okay, so all-time favorite. That's hard as hell.
You
I
have to
don't
start
know,
with
man.
that one. You could start with your current.
Honestly, if I'm thinking all-time favorite, just because it's such a masterpiece, I would have to say like Breaking Bad.
You
So a show like
bastard.
that.
You bastard.
But and it makes sense though. Like whether it's it's yours, right?
It's one of mine. That was gonna be
Okay,
my
but
go-to because I can't think of any.
yeah, but it makes sense, right? Because it's such a good series.
It's
like
amazing.
I feel like most people can start that show and they'll fall in love with it.
Definitely.
It's such a good series, and it's one of those that it didn't have a controversial ending. People loved it the entire time.
I think my wife has arrived. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Aubrey is actually the one that got me into it. I never watched it way back in the day. Hello. I never watched it back in the day when it first came out. And I think it's because I didn't have AMC or something like that back then.
Yeah.
But like after Aubrey introduced it to me, it easily top, I don't know, if not my favorite, top 3, and I can't even think of any others. So that's
yeah, and it's so
speaking
tough,
for
right?
itself.
But yeah, so I think like a series that's complete, that's probably one of my top favorite ones. And then a current one that I think is just it's amazing, and I think it has the chance to become one of the best TV shows, like similar to Breaking Bad. Because again, when people hear Breaking Bad, they automatically assume or they associate it with like one of the best TV shows of all time, right? Like Sopranos.
Yep.
People are gonna
People lose
associate
their mind
that,
with that.
exactly. So one that I think right now is amazing and is like getting to that caliber is The Boys. So it's a Amazon Prime series. It's 2 seasons in.
It's that good.
It is that good.
Like Breaking Bad quality.
It's that good.
Or up there for you.
Absolutely. It's amazing. Such a good story.
Wow.
Such a good story. Like I mean, another one that I'm gonna bring up, even though it's definitely not my favorite.
Keep it coming.
Game of Thrones. So Game of Thrones did something early on.
I agree with you there.
They did something early on where it was getting to that point. Like you knew, honestly,
or like season
prior to that,
5,
those last 2 seasons, even honestly, really that last season was completely different. How many seasons was that? 7, right?
7.
Okay, so the 7th season, please ignore that season. But
you
even
to watch it.
Yeah, of course. But even 6 was way better than 7 because people are like, oh, well, 6 was still kind of bad. Guess what? It was still amazing compared to 7.
Yeah, definitely.
That series honestly was going to be one of the best TV shows ever. Yeah, absolutely. It was going to be in that list, right?
Mm-hmm.
And holy shit, did that last season just ruin that? No one talks about that show anymore. Have you realized that? Like, I feel like it fucking killed it, dude. Yeah. And it's insane. It blows my mind. And if you like that last season, I'm sorry, but that's fucking ridiculous. Like, I don't get that. That last season, like what the hell were you watching then prior to that? Because all those other seasons before that were fucking amazing. A masterpiece compared to that last season.
Season 4. Wow.
Well, see, okay, so the way, and this is why I brought up Game of Thrones, the way that series was going, you know how like every season was getting better and better, and you're like, holy shit, this is amazing. That's where I feel like The Boys is going. Like, it feels similar to that. It's that same feeling that like, holy shit, this is amazing. I can't wait for the next season.
Isn't it crazy how Amazon is just turning into this giant?
Fucking crazy and scary.
It's a little scary. They own Twitch, by the way. Like, that's
they do.
Nuts. The other TV show, current popular, that had me in tears a few weeks ago, um, was The Mandalorian. The season 2 finale of The Mandalorian had me fucking crying, and not just because it's like a Star Wars show, because like I have coworkers and I know people who aren't even into Star Wars, but like watch The Mandalorian and we're like, hey, did you see that shit, bro? Like
It's the
it's
mouse, man. It's the mouse.
it's great, bro. It's really really great, bro. Seriously,
Yeah, The Mandalorian is a really good show. So like if you want to get into Star Wars, I feel like that's a really good
that's a
way
really
to
good
get.
introduction.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it really is because
but
you
you
know,
you might be let down after if you if you think that everything's gonna be like Mandalorian quality.
yeah,
But
yeah,
it's a
but
good soft introduction into the universe. I would say.
yeah, it definitely is. But yeah, The Mandalorian, really good. I'm excited for Disney Plus and all their Marvel series, TV
Oh,
shows.
dude, definitely.
Yeah,
There's so much coming.
that's exciting. And again, like we said, we're nerds, so we of
Yeah,
course we love comic book stuff.
yeah. So, but before you move to where you're going, um, with comic books, I think that's where you were going.
No, not really, but
Not yet. Not yet. You want to plead that part
we're
out?
no, we're still talking about shows. So
Okay.
right away I thought like, well, you know, Star Wars, Disney Plus,
Okay.
Marvel. I'm excited for that shit.
Um,
But yeah, anything else for TV shows?
what did you think of Dexter?
I've never seen Dexter. I
Okay.
tried one episode, the very first episode.
Okay.
I didn't get into it. It seemed interesting though, but I just didn't continue.
Okay. So something easy to watch and something that I heard of and something that I followed was only watch the first 4 seasons. There's 8 seasons, I think.
What did you hear
Um,
about that they're bringing that back?
yeah, they're bringing it back to kind of fix their fuck up.
Yeah, I heard
Um,
that that's one of those shows that the ending
yeah. So
wasn't too good.
if you only watch the first 4 seasons, you won't be let down. So
So that's a series you like?
I love I've never seen anything else. Excuse me. I've only seen the first 4 seasons, but I read everything else after that. Um, like I read
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
some
What did you
plot
think of?
summaries.
And you
Um,
thought it
yeah,
was weaker. It wasn't as strong.
yeah, definitely. It was like here was the show, just peaking, 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 peaking. Season 4, and just kind of went downhill to shit. But Michael C. Hall is a great Dexter. Um, that's probably top 3 for me. It's like game of
Yeah, I've
Thrones,
always heard good things
Dexter.
about Dexter. I did also hear that the ending
Yeah,
wasn't the best.
but if you ever want to look for something to watch, do that. Let's see. TV shows, man.
It's tough, man. I mean, I like thinking of comedies. The Office. The Office is amazing.
Yeah, that's definitely something you can just kind of like turn on and be like, I'm gonna watch this, and
But see,
it's
I also think it's a really good, like it was
there's
solid. Yes, when Steve Carell left, it wasn't. And I'm
got a
sorry
little
if I'm
weird.
spoiling that for you, but hey, it's been out for how long and you don't know this?
Mhm.
Yeah, when he left, it wasn't as good. I think it was still good, but yeah, it wasn't nearly as good. So when Steve was there, I thought it was amazing. I think that's an amazing series. They
I
did it well.
watched How I Met Your Mother in a very very quick time, and at the time I was like, this is amazing. Like this is one of the best like rom-com sitcom kind of things. And then I got to thinking about what was actually going on and the way it ended. And I was like, man, this main character is kind of an asshole. Like this is kind of really bad. But
So that's one TV series that I
you just
struggled
couldn't
to
get
get
into it.
into. Yeah, I didn't like the style of comedy. Like I didn't like that like I like I like TV series or like stuff like that. Like I like it to kind of seem realistic, more realistic. Because I
Okay,
feel like
I could
that one,
see that.
they throw the like the jokes at you and they like wait for you to laugh, and then it's
Yeah,
like all right, let's continue.
I
And
feel you.
I didn't like that vibe, and I also felt it was kind of cheesy. But I so the one episode I saw was the very last episode.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I've seen a little bit of like a few episodes here and there from the series, but never
Okay.
like a a whole episode.
Yeah.
And the one episode that I did watch was the
So
last one.
there's no point in watching. Oh,
Yeah, so that I kind of don't want to.
if you guys haven't seen it, there's a big twist at the end, a big plot. which is pretty devastating. I'm just gonna tell you because you don't need to waste your time watching the whole thing. The mom dies. He's like talking the
Damn, you're just
entire
going
series.
full
Yeah,
on
I don't
just.
give a fuck. It's like you said. How long has it been out? Okay, How I Met Your Mother. Mom dies of cancer. There you go. So
Wow.
there it is. Don't waste your time. TV
Yeah.
shows. What else? What else? What else?
There's a lot, man. Like that's what's so like great about TV shows.
Do you have like anything nostalgic that just like when you think of it, and it's just like a
Like
comfort
childhood,
or like a comfort show for you?
comfort. One that I'm like rewatching that I think it's so good and I feel like it deserves more recognition is Malcolm in the Middle. Like
I love
for
that
what
show,
yeah,
man.
it's amazing. And then I mean Bryan
Bryan
Cranston,
Cranston.
oh my
Yeah,
god. He's I mean that entire cast is so good. Like and they're so young. That's what's crazy. Is like I feel
yeah,
like nowadays like all these like children's shows are real cheesy. The acting's not the best. Like the sets don't look real.
no, they
There's
don't.
no life lessons
Yeah,
and
see
like
that's a big thing, man.
that is a huge thing. And honestly, Malcolm in the Middle did it so well. And they gave like a perspective of like a family that you don't ever see. Like you don't ever see a perspective
Yeah,
of a poor family, right? From
yeah, yeah.
that's never the case. Like they're dirt poor in this show. Like they struggle every episode, and it's just the cast is so good. It's a
Yeah.
really good series, and I mean that one's so fun to
I can't
watch.
believe you've been watching it. What have you been watching it on?
Hulu.
Damn,
Yeah, dude,
that's awesome, man.
I have almost every streaming service. Again, I fucking love movies and TV shows.
We recently dropped Netflix because we just don't use it enough. So I'm sure we'll pick it up again, but we recently dropped it. Yeah. So as far as comfort shows for me, I'm trying to think of something that like is older. Um, as far as like a sitcom like that, I really can't think of anything.
Boy Meets World was really cool too.
Yeah, that was really good. Something that watched for a long, long, long time. Chopped. This is moving over to the cooking, which I love to cook. That's something that I've never talked about. I love, love, love to cook. I already have a retirement plan. When I retire at 55, I don't care what my kids get or don't get. I am going to culinary school. And that is the plan. Aubrey and I have talked about it already, and that's what's happening. So culinary school, 55, here I come. Maybe sooner, hopefully. But Chopped, bro. Chopped is one show that is like,
Yeah, there's something about those shows that
yeah,
you're
man.
just so like it sucks, man, because as soon as you fucking start it,
You can't
you,
stop.
you can't, man. Like
Which,
it's one of those.
speaking of, right now, Aubrey and I are watching Kitchen Nightmares, and holy shit, man.
Okay, I don't think I've seen that one.
You have to, man. You have to. You'd be hooked. Gordon Ramsay is a genius. I
Kitchen
hope.
Nightmares.
I hope that's the one where he like comes into the restaurant because they have a problem, and he like
Oh
fixes
shit.
their restaurant.
Okay, so I've never seen like I've never seen on like an actual full episode.
Mhm.
I've seen all those like YouTube videos
Clips.
of
Yeah.
yes,
Okay.
all of them.
So imagine that, but like in a full length TV show, and we're like on the second season. We're like almost 50 episodes in, which they're easy.
Where are you watching that off of?
Hulu as
Hulu? Oh,
well.
okay.
Yeah. So Kitchen Nightmares, man. That's another good one.
It's so hard because there's so many things to watch for me,
I
and it's just
know, dude. I know. Me too. Like on the list right now for me, is Attack on Titan. There's only 4 episodes out for this final season, and I've only seen two. I still haven't even watched the other ones. I need to watch those. Attack on Titan is. I don't even want to get into it with you.
go for it.
Because we'll end up. Attack on Titan is a great anime. I love anime, and not as much as John, I would say, because I don't commit to shows. But Attack on Titan is top tier for me, and Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, all of those were really nostalgic for me, I should say.
There it is. There it is.
Like I remember watching the original Dragon Ball. I guess it was from the late 80s, I think, or mid 80s. I watched all of it like years ago, and it was awesome. I think it's way better than the stuff that came out, recently. While I did like Dragon Ball Super, Not everybody did. I
Yeah,
enjoyed it. But I think Dragon Ball is probably better than all of that. And I probably enjoyed it more. How do you
not
feel about
bad.
anime, John?
I fucking love it. I'm telling you, I fucking love everything, man. Like
Give, give, give me your top 3 anime.
well, okay, so it's kind of hard because I don't really watch anime anymore because I read the manga. So for those of you who don't know, the anime, the TV series, the animation, starts off as a book. So that's manga. So I enjoy reading it first because that's what comes out first. That's where that's where it's at, right? So that's where the story's at. So but I guess what I read for manga is One Piece. So that's my all-time favorite manga slash anime. After that, I think My Hero Academia is definitely there.
I need to watch
It's
that.
and that's because like the anime is nowhere near where it's at in the manga, and right now in the manga it's epic. Not gonna give spoilers, but it's just
Don't
epic.
do it. Don't do it, please.
And then I don't know what else, man. I'm into a bunch of different mangas. I honestly like, again, like I said, guys, I'm willing to give everything a
How
chance.
long has One Piece been out?
So just this Sunday, they released their 1,000. I can't even say it.
1,000th.
There it is. That chapter, chapter 1,000. There you go. That's an easier way to put
That's
that.
easier.
But yeah, so they're 1,000 chapters in. Yeah, that shit's been
How many
going on
years is it?
forever. It started in what, 97, I think. So yeah,
Which I was born in 93.
yeah, man, it's crazy, right?
That's a long time. I'm
Yeah, and
27 now.
it's still going, and they
Nuts.
probably still go for another 3 years. So yeah,
Respect it.
that shit's
Respect the
amazing.
level of
But
commitment.
yes, sir. Yeah, I have to, man.
What else? What else?
Okay, well, I mean, movies. I think this is a big one.
Oh man.
Do you have like an all-time favorite movie? Because I feel like this is always hard, but I do have one that I say to everyone, just because it just takes me back.
An all-time favorite movie. I do not think I can pick one, but I do know that I can give you one in like almost every genre.
Nice.
But as far as like an all-time favorite, man, so there's like 3 or 4 that I can think of like off the top of my head, and I'm gonna go ahead and give you. I guess I'll give you 3. Um, Tombstone. Uh, was really into westerns growing up, which is weird. I don't know why. I wanted to be a cowboy for like every Halloween ever. Like I don't know, it's weird. So Tombstone is probably one of my all-time favorites.
Nice.
Um, Bloodsport. Bloodsport is one of my all-time favorite movies. Jean-Claude Van Damme, Bolo Young, they're like up there for me, man. Bloodsport is one of those comfort like nostalgia movies for me.
Nice.
I love the Rocky series, especially the older ones. And I think I don't know, man, Rocky 3 or Rocky 4.
My
They're like
girlfriend loves Rocky movies.
Rocky 3. I think for me is my all-time favorite Rocky movie. Which the new Creed movies are really really good. Creed
Oh
2,
yeah,
Creed
man.
2 was awesome, dude. I was balling like a fucking
I
baby.
mean, both of them, Creed 1 and
Yeah,
2. I
definitely.
think Creed 1 was a little better, but
I think so too. But
yeah,
Creed
but
2
I
had
mean,
that like
it's
nostalgia.
still amazing.
Yeah. So Rocky movies, I love them. Like pretty much all the like 80s action movies, I guess.
Wow.
Because I think because my brother and my dad watched them a lot. And
Okay.
then so as I got to that age where I understood movies and shit like that, um, like that's when I kind of really got into liking that stuff. Like Predator, like the old school Predator movie, Predator 2, all the Arnold movies, like all those like have a big place in my heart, man.
Yeah.
Especially Predator 2 or just Predator in general. I don't know. I don't know, man. I can go like Arnold, Stallone,
That's surprising that like
Van Damme.
was
What
I
what's
wasn't
up?
expecting a bunch of older movies, but that's
Yeah,
cool.
bro. Yeah, those are like really, really like probably some of my favorite movies. I don't
And do
know.
you think it's because like that's what you grew up like you said, right? Like that's what you grew up with, or you think that's why
Yeah,
like so?
yeah, I think so too. Like a lot of Bruce Lee movies too. Um, even like I think it's called Dragon, of like the Bruce Lee like remake with Jason Scott Lee was like the main actor. Um, I love that movie growing up too. It's like more of a drama. Um, I don't know, man. That's kind of just like some of my favorite movies. I'll go ahead and say Bloodsport is probably like my top favorite movie.
Damn, you went hard. I wasn't expecting all those.
Yeah,
Now I'm
bro.
like, now I'm nervous.
So
Fuck.
back to what you were saying.
Well,
Your
fuck.
movie that you give everybody.
I give it because it just feels it takes me back. Um, and now I feel stupid for fucking saying it.
Sorry, dude.
It's a goofy movie.
A goofy movie is wonderful.
Yeah, so there's something about that movie. I just fucking love it. Like, so I have a
Bro,
thing.
Max was a dick.
Bro, Max was a dick. Roxanne was a
Oh,
cutie. Goofy was amazing.
dude, Goofy, most underrated father figure out there ever. Dad,
Absolutely. Dude, a single father,
a
right?
yeah, bro. That
Single
dude,
father
he
figure.
was struggling
Damn, he
too.
did it. But yeah, there's something about a goofy
That's a
movie.
no, no, no. See,
I just fucking love it.
that's a good one though, because that goes back to a time when movies and TV shows all have like life lessons.
Yeah, and I feel like who the fuck says that, right? Like who the fuck says a goofy movie is my
Oh
favorite movie?
man,
But I mean, again, I don't know why. So I have a thing. I have a thing with movies. I have a hard time rewatching movies. And there's certain movies that I can rewatch. And a goofy movie is one of those. Like I could put that on right now and I'll fucking watch it all and I'll love it.
I
And you know,
respect it.
that's not to say that for the movies that I can't rewatch that I don't like them. Honestly, there are movies that I love that I still won't rewatch. Like it'll have to be a few years after. Like I need some time, but I'll rewatch it later. But yeah, you went too hard, Mike. Now I don't fucking know.
I'm sorry, bro.
Now I'm embarrassed and I'm gonna struggle.
I've like been wanting to watch all of those movies that I told you just now. So it was easy for me to bring them up because
Yeah.
I have been like thinking about them. But definitely, bro. I need to show you a t-shirt later. I'll show you off stream. It's like a Super Nintendo like art video game art, like
Yeah.
I mean, you know how they are. But it's like it's a picture from
Like an
Bloodsport.
8-bit.
Yeah, it's like an 8-bit like
Okay,
Nintendo 64 Bloodsport shirt that I
that's
have.
cool.
I need to show it to you later off stream. Maybe I'll wear it next time. We'll see.
But I
Um,
mean, in terms of fuck, like favorite movies, it's so hard. I mean, because again, I think I just kind of like I've always just said that that's my favorite,
mhm.
just to avoid this fucking
This conflict.
yeah, this exactly, dude. Like it's too hard. But I mean, off the top of my head, movies that I love. Again, I love every fucking genre.
Give me like a more recent movie that you've seen, like maybe within the past.
Well, I was about to give you
Okay,
sci-fi.
no, I'm sorry. Go for
The
it.
Lord of the Rings
Oh
trilogy.
man.
Those movies are fucking beautiful.
Oh man.
They're fucking beautiful. I mean, they're amazing. They did that
What's
so
your favorite one?
well. Oh, it's so hard because I feel like everyone. I don't know, man. It's just so hard. It's too tough.
Give me your favorite prequel, and then Lord of the Rings and Hobbit, like movies. Give me there's all of those, so give me one of each.
I think Hobbit, Desolation,
Yeah, definitely. Mine too.
and then the Lord of the Rings is it's too difficult. I honestly think that every single movie is solid.
They're amazing and
Every
they're
single
incredibly
fucking
long.
movie.
Two Towers for me.
See, and
Definitely.
I feel like everyone picks that one, and I would lead towards Fellowship or Return. I don't know, but again, they're all just so fucking solid. So
Definitely.
I don't think I could pick for the Hobbit. I definitely can,
Yeah.
but and that's because I enjoyed the Hobbit, but they're nothing compared to the Lord of the Rings. And that's because I have this ongoing joke with a friend, and I always tell him the Hobbit's a way better trilogy than the Lord of the Rings. But let's be honest, it's not. The Lord of
So
the Rings is just next
so
level.
here's the thing. This is something that I tell my wife a lot. In a fist fight, Bilbo would kick the shit out of Frodo. In their prime,
Absolutely.
like after watching The Hobbit and like I was just constantly
Bilbo's been through shit.
yeah, I'm just thinking like Frodo's like a little bitch compared to Bilbo, man.
Oh, dude, absolutely. That's an easy. I feel like that's a given.
Crazy, crazy, crazy. Um, what other saga or like trilogy or
Oh,
movies
I
like
mean, like
that?
Star Wars. Star Wars.
Okay, of course.
Honestly, I like those trilogies, except the last 7, 8, and 9. I
Don't
enjoyed
don't even
7.
don't even.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't want to, but I enjoyed 7, 8, and 9. I didn't think were good. So there's that. I think 1, 2, and 3 are better than fucking 7, 8, 9. And then 4, 5, and 6, of course, are classics. I
But
mean,
one, two, and three are better than 7, 8, 9.
it's hard because 7 was really good. Like
Three alone is better than
7
the
was
entire.
such a good. Yeah, yeah. 7 was such a good start though. It really was. It
Yeah,
was so fucking promising.
yeah, it
It
really was.
it honestly was. And if you like 8, I'm sorry, I don't get it. I really don't, because it does not feel like a Star Wars movie.
No, no.
It doesn't.
Fuck Rotten
And you
Tomatoes.
you could say whatever. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like you could
Mm,
say whatever the fuck you want. It's not a Star Wars film. Like it feels fucking completely different. Like my thing is like you there was a formula, right? Like
mm,
this is how Star Wars films went, and you just did away with that in 8. And then in 9 they were trying to make up for it, but honestly it was too late. Like
yeah,
8 really just fucked it up. But that's a whole nother conversation.
yeah.
But yeah, so Star Wars, I really like those. I'm trying to think trilogies or anything like a series. I love the Insidious and the Conjuring series. So I love horror movies. Insidious, Conjuring, I love that shit. See, and I fucking love them.
See,
As
so,
much as they
okay,
creep me
so
out, I can't like help but watch.
I respect a lot of movies' storylines, and I've read through Insidious and Conjuring and like the whole
You've
plot and
never seen
everything.
them?
Fuck no. I
That's insane.
I cannot do jump scares.
What
Like
is
I
it? Like
am,
like
dude.
like you're just scared?
I have like trauma from my brother just randomly scaring the shit out of me growing up,
Bro,
which
that shit
I'm
happened
sure
to
we all
me.
deal with that. I'm sure we all deal with that. But it's like to the
For
point
some
to
reason
where
it's stuck.
I cannot do jump scares, which is why John has asked me to play Phasmophobia before, and
Yeah, he
I
won't.
can't do it, man. Scary horror movies that I do enjoy. I thought the Sinister movies were pretty good.
Oh, Sinister
Um,
1 was amazing. That was a
yeah,
really good horror
yeah.
movie. Yeah, I mean,
Sinister
and it
two
wasn't
was
Sinister 1 isn't scary though, if I'm being
no,
honest.
no,
Like
no.
it's
These are
not a
more
scary film.
suspense.
It's yes, it is. And
Yeah.
it's such a good story. Like that's Sinister 2 wasn't nearly as good.
And then another thing, like growing up super, super, super Catholic, like anything with like, and I'm sure fellow, religious slash Catholic people can um
A test.
attest to this. But like we were like scared into believing these or forming these ideas by like our family, and this is another thing like where we don't have to get into, but like movies about demons and like possessions and shit like that scare the fuck out of me now.
See, and I guess I didn't grow up religious, so maybe. But even
So
then, I was always fucking scared of scary movies. Like I
yeah,
remember being little, fucking Pet Cemetery scared the shit out of me. But
dude,
fucking that bitch just like twisted in
Poltergeist,
the
bro.
bed. Oh, Poltergeist
Poltergeist.
creepy, yeah.
Yeah, but
Polter,
watching it now, it's like, are you fucking
yeah.
serious?
Any of those movies, they're not
But
very,
yeah, dude,
but they're good.
Poltergeist, of course, The Exorcist fucked everybody up. Um,
Yeah, The Exorcist did.
what else? What other older scary movies? I don't know, man. But as much as I would, so Aubrey like loves horror movies. As much as I would love to just be able to sit down and watch them, which one day I will do.
I was about to say
Um,
you have to, man. Like,
I will
and
do.
this isn't me trying to scare the shit out of you, because as much as I would love that,
Mhm.
honestly, honestly, they're such good fucking movies. Like, there's something about the Insidious storyline that I just love. Like, I love like
I love those actors too.
I love that realm that they've created, and yeah, and then the actors,
Yeah, I love
they're
those actors.
great. Conjuring, same thing.
Hmm.
Fucking Patrick Wilson tears it up in those
Hmm.
films. Um, yeah, man, those are such good movies. Like, you really need to give them a chance.
Uh,
As scared as you're gonna be, honestly, they're
I
fucking
I
amazing.
would do it with all of the lights on and
Yeah, dude.
with my blankie and my pillows, just
We'll
like
get a priest out there to watch it with you.
no, don't do that. That'll
Yeah, he
make
might
things
not,
much
right?
worse.
He might
That'll
not.
make things much worse.
Uh,
Um, but yeah, that's definitely something that I would like to do. I love kaiju movies.
Kaiju. Oh, the monsters, right? So
Yeah,
like
man.
Pacific Rim,
Pacific
Godzilla.
Rim. So
Oh,
amazing.
Godzilla versus King Kong. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, HBO Max. So I told Aubrey to work it into the budget because we're gonna need HBO Max.
I don't care how
Um,
much it is. We're getting it
pretty
for that month.
pretty much. So God's King of the Monsters. Wow. Did you watch it?
King of the
That's
Monsters.
Godzilla King of the Monsters.
Was that the recent
The most recent
Godzilla?
one with
You know, yeah, dude, I loved it.
with
People
King with
like,
King, with King Ghidorah.
people, it did bad, right?
Yeah, I know.
It didn't do bad. It just didn't do as good as the first one, and that blew my mind.
I think it's better than 2014 Godzilla.
I think so too. Like the
I
fact that they introduced the different monsters, it was fucking cool.
Yeah.
Now, acting, there was more acting in the first one, but hey, it's fucking Godzilla. Like,
Yeah, see,
there's gonna be monsters.
that was like the big thing. I did really bad with Rotten Tomatoes because they're like, oh, the acting is horrible, and it's the cast like what didn't shine because of all of the action that happened,
Yeah.
and it's like, well, what do you expect? It's a Godzilla movie. Godzilla's the actor, not
There's
fucking
no
these people.
character development.
Exactly.
It's fucking Godzilla, bro. Like he's gonna
Exactly.
fuck you up, and that's about it.
And so Aubrey and I watched it at a new movie theater we hadn't gone to. This was back when movie theaters were still a thing, guys. And
They weren't extinct.
dude, the audio was crazy. The chairs were like rumbling within the first like 5 minutes because it's so loud, and it was like the whole experience, which I miss movie theaters so much.
I know, man. That's one thing I fucking missed it too. I was a AMC A-list Stubs member, so I got to watch 3 movies a week for $20 a month.
I respect it.
A fucking deal.
Oh, man,
my girlfriend and I were there every fucking week.
That killed movie theaters.
Yeah, man, it sucks.
Oh, so
hopefully they survive. Hopefully they survive.
I just noticed the time. I didn't realize how long we'd been going already.
Oh shit.
I'm about to cry because of movie theaters.
Yeah, it's definitely sad, but you got to think positive. Stay positive, right? Like they're gonna fucking survive. We'll be good.
We're gonna make it.
There's a vaccine now. We'll be okay.
Were you able to get it?
Nah,
not yet.
Nah, but there's some people around me that have been getting it, so
that's good.
Good signs. Good, yeah.
My work's supposed to be like pushing it out for us, so
yeah, hopefully you get it
soon. That being said, is there anything else you would like to talk about or cover?
I mean, really quick, guys. As you can tell, there's a lot of things that we're into. We like a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Whether it's nerdy or whether you consider it normal or it's something that you like. We probably like it, or we'll probably give it a chance. So again, guys, reach out to us. Let us know. In the comment section. That sounds so weird. Right? Let us know in the comment section. But yeah, for real, let us know. Let us know what you like. Let us know if you want to talk about something. And I mean, again, we're more than willing to talk about it.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're giant nerds, and as you can see, we love talking about this stuff. Like UFC is awesome, UFC is great, but that's not the only thing we're interested in. We would love to elaborate more on one or all of these topics that we've talked about. I could probably go like another 3 hours talking about all this.
Yeah, definitely can, because there's a giant list, right?
Yeah, definitely. But if anybody, I don't know, I don't care who it is, your grandma wants to talk about anything, let us know, man. Like John said, in our comment section below.
Subscribe,
hit the like button, like and subscribe,
or is it smash that like button?
Smash that like button. Let's go smash that like button.
Yeah, go smash.
I mean,
yeah, please, guys.
Yeah, reach out to us. We can fit you guys in for sure. I don't have anything else.
That's it for me. I hope Happy New Year, guys.
Oh yeah, well yeah, this is
right. We totally.
This is the start of the new year. Happy New Year, guys. We forgot to tell you.
Happy New Year.
I was supposed to push out some graphics that I just forgot about.
There you go. But hey, Happy New Year, guys. We hope this year is a better year. I mean, look at us. We're episode 5 already, so it's a good start.
5, man.
Good start for us. But
yeah, first episode of the year.
Other than that,
I'm Mike.
And I'm John.
And thanks for listening to the Smash Bros podcast.